Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3, where last time we had just entered the lower city of Baldur's Gate. Um, we started exploring, talking to all of the NPCs. Uh, and I mean, like, all of them. Like, all of the ones that we could talk to, we were speaking to. Most of them just had a bunch of throwaway lines, but we came across a journalist who was talking to like little lad on the side of the street who was selling newspapers over the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. And that lady kind of turned to us and be like, "Oh, I recognize you. We're gonna have a story about you in the paper soon." And I was like, "Why?" And she was being very coy and was like, "Well, wouldn't you like to know?" Basically. We got a quest to called Stop the Presses. Oh, big yawn. We got a quest called Stop the Presses. You know, it's probably a defamatory little article. We then kind of started going through the alley, or an alley, around like the back of a temple, and we found a locked house that, for some reason, lockpicking the door for it was not illegal. So we did, and found a murdered body. We found a dead body in that house. I was also like rummaging through people's mail because nosy gamer. And like outside of this particular house, there was like, like some there was like a maintenance notice. There was like a letter from somebody that they apparently failed to meet for some like information or something. So I think this person might have been a person investigating the Moidas, and they got themselves moided by Orin, as Orin basically left a like a serial killer call card thing basically on his body. So we left that building. And kind of came round to the other side of the temple. We came across the Elf Song Tavern. Didn't enter it yet. We have some like quests to do in there. So we went around the temple and found that it was a temple dedicated to multiple gods, like the entire Faerunic pantheon, with some statues dedicated to a few specific gods, like Simone, Mistra, etc. We donated a little bit to Ilmater, I guess, but we didn't donate enough, as it wanted more. So we left that place eventually. We came across the Baldur's Mouth Gazette, didn't enter it, but we saw that there were some flaming fists that were kind of hassling the workers there, basically. And then we kind of went across the street to Elf Song Tavern, and entered the place. We kind of made our way through the tavern and eventually found ourselves in the kitchen, where we spoke to a dwarven chef there, and he mistook us for a bunch of rat exterminators. And so we decided to, help out. help get rid of the rat problem. Yeah, so we did. We went down into the basement, into the cellar, and sure enough, a shit ton of rats were immediately started initiative. And so after killing like 50 rats, the Emperor in our head was like, I wonder if my old hideout is still here. And he kind of told us a way how to get to that hideout, and we found the mechanisms. There was like a false wine cask in the back that if you pressed a button in another room, it would like open up a false wall behind it. And yeah, we found that, went in, and as we kind of descended down into what used to be the Emperor's hidden lair, we kind of, our little Githyanki detecting stone kind of was like bzz, bzz, so we know that there were some Githyanki dedicated to Vlaakith nearby. So we went in and just started wrecking shit. Started killing all the Githyanki there. They threw some insults at us as we approached, and basically wanted us to hand over the astral prison. And I was like, there's another person in the astral prison aside from the Emperor, right? Which made the Emperor be like, what the fuck are you doing? And then the Githyanki were like, I don't care, and attacked us. So yeah, after killing all of those Githyanki, they had like some portals too that brought in reinforcements. We kind of let them bring in the reinforcements for more XP. Woo. You cap for 31 months of subscriptions in a row. You've made a poor long-term financial investment. How you doing? Also, goat. What? Also, thank you for that. You paid your dues. Oh, whoa. But, yeah. We're gonna have 6 hours of sleep, and we'll be up all the way through D&D. Six hours of sleep. Good for you? Like, is this an indirect way of you saying that you're still tired, but you're gonna stay up anyways? Like, what is the meaning of that statement? Nah, 6 hours bad, very bad. You've got 5 hours, 5.5 hours. You can get a few more hours of sleep in if you want. I have no choice. I must stay up. Why? You got 5 hours. You don't got GM prep to do. Have another D&D game for 4 hours. Ah. That explains it. Well, have fun with that. I guess technically I also have a D&D game before 4 hours. Yeah. Anyways, we searched through the Emperor's secret hideout. He had like a little organization called Knights of the Shield. Yeah, we found like a little button that opened up an even secret room, which is kind of like a storage room, and found a bunch of items belonging to the Emperor that he kind of gave some comments on, including a sword that, like, we're not going to use. And then, yeah, there was a little exit, a little hatch leading like down onto the sewers, which we went into, and as we exited into that, Lae'zel ran up to us. Lae'zel not being a person in our active party, and she was all bloody, and was basically being all like terrified of Orin, that she had apparently been kidnapped, and fought her way out, and like she was making all of these uncharacteristically cowardly comments about Orin, about being afraid of Orin and how she's so strong. And I'm just like, who the fuck are you? That wasn't an actual dialogue option, but I'm like, this is totally Orin. And she did eventually reveal herself to be Orin. She did, in fact, kidnap Lae'zel. But yeah, she basically came to us with a proposal of like, hey, kill Gortash first, and I won't do anything bad to this companion of yours that I've captured. And then bring the Nether Stone to me, and then we can duke it out in the Temple of Baal. And whoever wins gets all of the Nether Stones and control over the brain. And I'm like, that kind of aligns with my goals anyway. So I'm like, okay, I'll think about it. Like, much more enticing offer than Gortash's, where it's like, we will rule over Baldur's Gate together. I'm like, no, fuck you. I don't want to rule over anything. I just want to party. Yeah, then after that, little scene, she kind of like ran back off or teleported away. And we're like, you know what? Let's not explore the sewers. And we went back up the hatch we came through. And then left the secret base, back into the Elf Song Tavern basement, went back up the stairs. We talked to the dwarf chef and was like, hey, rat's killed. And he's like, nice. Gave us some money. And then we went upstairs in the tavern. We had to get past some guards, telling them that, like, we were working with Investigator Valeria. We needed to speak to some enforcer whose name I've forgotten. So we went up there as the Lady Steelmane had been moitered in her room here, and yeah, we came across a woman kind of investigating the room, and she was like, who the heck are you? I told my guards not to let anybody through. And I'm like, don't worry, I'm with Valeria. And she's like, oh great, you're here to chastise me again? I'm like, no, I found this, and gave her like the list of Ballist murder targets, and she's like, holy shit. And was like, I need to go protect the nobles. I'm like, of course. And she was like, but you can warn the targets. And I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. And then she left. So yeah, no help from Flaming Fist, I guess. Typical. And yeah, we found we looked around the room, found a little hidden paralytic poison amongst the wine bottles, which is probably what kind of caused her to get moited. And yeah, then kind of left, went up some like little ladder that we found, which led up to the roof, where we found Lacrissa and Alfira just being cute up on the roof. He said as much, like, you two are so cute together. And Lacrissa was like, I know, right? And yeah, then we kind of left. I don't remember anything else after that, so I think that's where. Oh, comedy club. There was a comedy club in the Elsong Tavern that we finally went to, and there's basically this guy telling jokes and puns, and was like, "Well, why don't you come up and tell some puns?" As I made a bard comment, and it took a few save scums, but we won over the crowd eventually by picking the right jokes. And that is how we ended. That was like the last 15 minutes. Like, had to save scum because my reputation as a bard was on the line, you know? Had to do it. Can't let word spread that I'm not good at making jokes ran throughout the city. Can't have that as a bard. And so, we continue. Gotta say, that was spooky music that just happened right there. Interesting just watching everything pop in. There we go. Arlac dancing as the world loads in.
Need to find a way forward.
All right. So we got a shit ton of things to do in the city, as you can see. Most of which is warning people that they're about to be moitered. Oh yeah, there's a hag survivor group. Hi Harper, talk to Nine Fingers Keen at the guild hall. Cora. Pick that up. You can sell that.
Speaks well, that.
are apparently talking to one another.
Glorious summer's day, is it not? Perfect, in my opinion, for a light, refreshing tipple.
What's a tipple?
Think of Lord Gortash's still watch. Well, I am so glad you
There's
are.
some rather lovely vintages out today. I'd get in quick if I were you.
Not selling those vintages?
I'm rather enjoying the white. Maybe you should give it a try.
This man's drunk.
Welcome. I'm not really a wine person myself, but free's free.
Understandable, my guy.
I'm afraid I can't talk. I need to focus on this wine. It's rather complex.
Uh-huh.
The wine here is good. Can't say the same of the immediate company.
Why, hello there. We were just about to try some of Master Metzley's delightful wines. Would you care to join us?
Oh, they do look ever so tasty.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury, I prefer to conduct tastings individually, so I may assess your palate.
Call me Cora, Master Metzley.
That is.
I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine's no good without company, after all.
Cora Highbury, your life is in danger. The serial killer is after you.
No. I must say, if this is a practical joke, it's not very amusing.
Why, a serial killer? Oh, that's terrible. Master Metzley, are you quite all right?
It was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You have sullied it with knowledge, made it an unclean sacrifice. I will remember your face, and I will peel it from your skull should you interfere again.
Jesus, there's a bunch of things happening right now. You guys don't feel like running, huh? Oh, game is really lagging. Alright. Oh, kind of move like
Covered.
right here. These took more damage. You. Yeah. Trying to say that's the actual one. Not my lad. Not my stony lad. Uh-oh. Alright. Well, I mean, they're just doppelgangers, you know?
Always this same old song.
Hang around there. Just 2 attack rolls. Reduced, eh? I feel like he never hits. Alright.
Let's go.
Not my wood woad.
Going to his next victim, no doubt.
Arbason's gift. Tombstone shop key.
Why, yes, Edvard. Can I call you Edvard? Well, Edvard, I do support...
Interim report.
One day. I'll need to rest soon.
The Scarred Dwarf is a promising candidate for Unholy Assassin. Though he is personally crude, his methods of homicide are artistic and even innovative. He has set up a deadly wine festival to eliminate his next target, and I, for one, will be observing it closely. Shalar called.
Something good here, I hope.
Alright.
Not drunk enough to listen to your prattle.
If not over, then through.
Can you believe it? I thought this would be a civilized event.
Did you see the bloke who ran through here? Either mad or drunk, maybe both.
I mean, I get free wine now. Alright, preparations prepared. To the Highbury household, stock is exactly where it needs to be. All preparations have been perfectly fashioned just so. Weather's looking lush. The festival is going to be a beautiful day for Bottle, mark my words. Once we're finished, we'll make sure to leave our agreed percentage in a secure location nearby for your distribution to charity. Been an absolute pleasure working with you both. Best, Hunter. gift note. Dearest Cora and Roger, what a pity that I cannot make it to your celebration. I've sent my best aged wine in my stead, that you may celebrate without me. Store it in the basement, and it'll age like, well, you know. With greatest regrets, oops, sweat-stained note. A letter scrawled in an unsteady, lopsided hand. Lovely home you've got here, Mrs. Highbury. Lovely husband, lovely orphans in your care. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Perfectly lovely. You take care now. Very much a, thing. Highbury, home. Timmy the orphan, Molly the orphan.
I still can't believe... Why would anyone want to kill me? Thank you for saving us.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I still can't believe... Why would... I still can't believe what that horrid man wanted...
Thank you for saving Cora. Thank you. Thank you.
I still can't...
And the,
Goodness. I just hope the children are safe.
A modest guide to Sword Coast wine. The sommelier's guide to wines found along the Sword Coast extols the virtues of Burduscan Dark and Arabellan Dry, the sinuous, fruity flavors of Ruby Red, Elverquist, the throat-slamming notes of Red Dragon Crush snatched from the hands of charming Vistani tradesfolk, Thayan vintages as richly hued as the robes of their red wizards, pale Cerlunian glowfire, and it praises these with the same vigor that it declaims the inferior mulled wines such as Czar and Daggerford Clary, which the author claims are as suitably for consumption as Bugbear Taint.
I still can't believe what that horrid man wanted to do.
Merchant's Almanac, The Coastway. A book advising merchants on trade routes by one Roger Highbury. Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking, I've made it on the Coastway. It's plain sailing the Baldur's Gate from here. That's where you'd be wrong, my friend. While it only spans from... Baragast to the Great Gate itself. The Coastway is more tricksy than you'd expect, and it's a prime spot for ne'er-do-wells and ruffian types to prey on upstanding mercantile folk on account of the Cloakwood's proximity. The rest of the writing continues in a similarly ambling but ultimately helpful manner.
Perhaps we should look into some protection. But my word, the cost.
If someone hadn't intervened...
What's inside?
Bottles. Glug, glug, glug. Taking in our rewards, you know?
What's up for discussion?
There's Molly the orphan.
Thank you for helping Cora. I couldn't do any of this without her.
Do any of what? I bet it's home. Red outfit. Tear-stained letter. A letter penned on official Flaming Fist parchment, tear stains lightly bolted ink. Dear Cora, I've tried to write this twice now, and I think it's best be plain. Jasek is dead. Drow and hobgoblins tore through our ranks, burnt Joaquin's rest to ash. Whatever you tell Molly, just make sure she knows her daddy's the bravest man who ever lived. May Helm watch your hearth and home. Fist Ephron. Oof. My thanks, Cora. Letter penned on official Flaming Fist parchment. Thank you, Cora, for taking Molly under your wing. I wish there was another way that I could stay and look after her myself, but when the fist calls, I have to answer. I'll be back before you know it, I'm sure. I've got Ephron looking out for me after all. Yours vigilantly, Jasek. Oof. Linen towel. Dusty prayer book. A Lathandrian prayer book. The dust on its cover seems to catch every errant beam of light. Lo, morning Lord, hear us cry. Let us too be wardens of creation. Let us bless your world with light. Light our wandering way. Consecrate our union, morning Lord, we pray. Bless our bond with the life you would have us bring. Light our wandering way. The rest of the prayers follow in a similar tact. Another dusty prayer book. Sleep. Ooh, nice little balcony.
I'll give it a shot.
You've got 2 balconies? Sheesh. Talk about bourgeoisie. They have 3 balconies. These motherfuckers. Holy heck. Wine cellar, okay.
That's curious.
Highberry strongbox key. gamer in me is just like light all the things. Okay. Make sure that ain't one of the explosive bears, you know? Oh.
What now?
Disarm it first. Only DC 10 disarm. Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Best get going.
Oh. And I was given the storage key.
What a day. Hardly a challenge.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Light on my feet.
Stole all their shit. And it wasn't even stealing. Wonder if that's on purpose, like because of the fact that I saved their lives, or oh hey, a smith, where we can sell these totally not stolen. That kid just took out a big old thing of fucking ham or mutton or whatever. Oh hey, people are back. So I noticed there's been a bunch of fighting and not a single flaming fist to be seen.
I am so glad you asked, Edvard. No, a bit too far. Mr. Needle. Why, yes. I'd love to do an interview. Oh, sorry. Thought you were one of the mouse journalists.
Just assuming that everyone that approaches you is a journalist. Game's lagging again. Oh, song, what's your mail like? Rat trouble? Got rat trouble? Not for long. Hire stomping boars, the rat catcher, and your troubles are over. Small rats, big rats, giant rats, rabbit rats, any kind of rats, boars stomps them all. Reasonable rates, corpses, and rat pellets removed at no extra charge. References upon request. For Duke Stelmane. For Duke Stelmane, my lady, events in the gate underworld are moving fast. And I'm sorry to say that the SHIELD organization is unraveling. That young lout Gortash has cut our legs out from under us. Nine Fingers is no help, and the Zents just think it's funny. As for me, my lady, I think I've climbed to the top of Gortash's hit list. I can't help or protect you any further. My advice is to write the nights off, hunker down in your upper city mansion, and hire whatever muscle you can to guard it. Farewell, it's been an honor, Sir Grouse. Take that one. Municipal sanitation notice. Department of Drains and Underways is aware of the issue of penetrating stench emanating from the round street hatches that provide access. Okay, we've already seen that one.
We have still watchers promenade in the streets, and you're worried about the price of milk.
In my opinion, we should have a still watch in every Baldurian home.
You don't want that.
I'm glad you asked. It would certainly help the
Were you doing nothing, or were you waiting for a friend? Which is it?
Don't look down your nose. It's got to be done. Followers of the Absolute are everywhere.
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of an interrogation.
Uh-huh.
She's really going for them, isn't she? Quite impressive, really.
Those agents of the Absolute aren't gonna act themselves. Now leave me to do my job, eh? Look, Mama, look! It's so pretty.
Teleporting a cat all over the place.
Get your copy of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. When the mouth speaks, the city shakes.
Yeah?
All right there, Chief. Can I interest you in a copy of our fine broadsheet?
Sure.
Have a gander at that. Come back tomorrow if you fancy fresh news.
Number 88. God, the lag over here is like horrible. I've already got this issue.
Just look at her. She hasn't been this excited since her birthday.
I'm gonna grow up to be a great wizard and wade through my enemies with spells of fire and blood. Mostly fire.
Nice.
Cool. Seriously cool. My favourite firework colour is like dark violet because it's the most cool.
Sweet! A magic show! It's been ages since there was any fun in this city.
Ooh, thick. What?
Guess there are other uses for magic besides fighting off invading cultists. But I wonder if these mages shouldn't be in the battle.
Duddy Dudderkin.
Beautiful. What colours? Reminds me of the sparkler tricks on Liar's Night.
I have no idea what Liar's Night is. There's just a +1 spear over there. Gloomy Fentinson. What happens if I just ease element?
Great, isn't it? These are just cantrips. I can keep this up all day.
You're only casting cantrips.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, verily, behold and stuff. Just like Astondo the Greater says.
Behold the sacred illuminations of the mysterious ancients. Back off, Chop, you're too close. Do you want to lose your eyebrows?
You're only casting cantrips. I can do that. I mean, look at this. Oh, yeah. Fancy lights. Behold. And we get the mage hand. Then we have... Oh. I was gonna say, and then we have the mage hand pick up the cat. How long does that last, actually? In turns.
Breathe deep and move.
I was hoping to bump into you sooner or later. I've heard about you. I know the so-called savior of the city has taken an interest in you. One thing I've learned, real saviors never label themselves as such.
Yeah. Where have you heard of me?
I like to keep my ear to the ground. If there's someone knocking around who I think could use a good turn, I'll try to, well, turn them. I might not have exactly what you need, but I'll remain at your service. Have a look at least.
Disguise kit. Ooh, oil of Bane.
Godspeed, and come back whenever you need something. My new friend.
I don't think I caught your name before, or anything else about you for that matter.
Forgive me. My name is Mohan. I'm a consultant of sorts.
Of course, of course.
Whenever someone worth knowing needs something worth having, there I am. And I have a good feeling about you.
All right. Lower City Central Wall.
Let's see.
Central Watchtower of the Flaming Fists.
Considering an army of cultists is on its way to cut our throats?
Exactly.
Would you rather be stabbed in the gut or decapitated?
Decapitated. Hands down. It's quicker. You?
Same.
What a conversation.
Move along, citizen. Nothing to see here.
As the superior officer, I think I'll delegate all the sentry shit to Gonfalon and catch me a nap.
Very professional. Kitty.
It was another day in the City of Lies, Baldur's Gate, where the people begged for justice until they starved. Two heroes were fated to cross paths that day. Their eyes met. Destiny was calling.
And they both answered.
Strangers? Only in a fool's definition of the word. It was the start of something incredible. Two heroes on the hunt for justice, no matter the cost. All the Tall One had to do was say yes.
Yes, join
the
me.
Tall One had failed the first test. They lacked caution. The cat could have just as easily been a foe as a potential friend. Perhaps it was simply not meant to be.
No. No. How long ago was the save? No.
Upon their return, the cat couldn't help but wonder whether the Tall One had finally decided how their die would be cast.
What are you staring at, pal? You dropping eaves? Get gone.
You dropping eaves?
Stay skeptical out there, pal. Not enough in this city do, especially with that Gazette rag in circulation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Notice. Cazador's palace is all the way up there.
Only have to say it 3 times. City of steel and justice.
Nothing in the mailbox, eh?
So, Tahira, do you like to... That is... What do you like to do?
Nothing's happening.
As in...
Shit, that was 4 times, wasn't
Hobbies?
it? Bollocks.
Oh, well... I like to play music, I suppose.
I dared you first, so you have to go.
I'm just picturing you strumming on a harp so hard the strings snap and try not to shriek. What do you play?
Idiot. Fool.
She's fangirling so hard.
Same children's rhyme. Better to whistle at you. I do not get a lot of time to practice. Spare me the sad eyes, girl. Not every daily deed is worthy of song. Certainly none I can play.
Yeah, but I dared you first, so you have to go.
Damn. All these people just coming in at once. That's why you quick save before every interaction? True. If it's any consolation, I don't think there's much to the other path besides some slightly better response from Kitty. Sag. There we go. Give me that gold.
Speak thrice the phrase correctly, and lucky you'll forever be. Okay, great. Scarab. Oh, damn it! Can't you see I'm trying to concentrate? Scarab, sap, scarabs, cap. Oh, this is gonna be harder than I thought.
What this guy doing? I haven't actually finished this game. You're not far behind me.
You first? I double drown dare you! Are you afraid?
Fuck, no, I'm not. Afraid of what?
Balder's mouth rag.
I'm not
Stinker.
going there. To hell. It was Runt's idea.
The devils in there can swallow kids whole. Even Stinky.
Even Stinky?
The devil's fee.
It's the tax man's house. Darren, you blocked scratch from being summoned. There we go. Over here. Done. Alright, I got called down for dinner. So, we're gonna take a break. Boop. Get that saved. Alright. We're gonna take a break. So, did you get the intellect devourer pet? No, I didn't. At like the very beginning of the game? No. Or at least I don't think I did. Not on this plate. But boop. I am back. Oh no, there we go. I had some KFC for dinner. Some of them are chicken sandwiches. Very good. Anyways, got what is 100% totally not. Oh.
Yeah, but I dared you first, so you have to go.
Oi. What's that? What is that?
God is busy with their patrol and has no time for idle chatter.
As you were, citizen.
I like the little, like, griffin helmet.
God is busy with their patrol.
Sheesh. He's going, thinking they're too good to speak just commoners.
Just another crate.
Bye, burbs.
Budge off! You're blocking my view!
View of what? They're cops,
Nothing
so...
wrong with looking, is there? A man can dream.
A dream of what?
If you had to pick one for a night of passion...
The one with that dink in his chest plate. I'd give him a few more of those if he catch my drift.
Oh, not to. I'm standing downwind.
Oh my god. Are they thirsting over the steel watch? Are they robot fuckers? They're cops, so true. Literally part of their training to view the common people as, you know, their enemy. Here, have a whole ass chicken, Karlak. Fry that up for us. Your engine. Damon? What? My friend? Where? Damon! Friend! Friend shape! Buddy!
Karlak, you're looking well.
Would be a lot better if you'd find a way to fix this engine, Damon.
I haven't stopped trying, but all roads lead to a dead end. Sorry, I didn't mean...
Never mind. Glad you're all right in any case. Nice forge you've got here.
Best I've had in years. Mistress of the house lets me operate from here for a fair price. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy.
Good.
Good.
Someone should be.
Could we see your wares?
Certainly.
My guy. Charge-bound hammer. This hammer's magical powers only function if it's bound to an eldritch knight or a warlock, or is a warlock's pact weapon. Oh. Let's see. Favorite weapon, +1 to attack and damage. Galvanic currents. The weapon deals an additional 1d6 lightning damage. Okay. Not too bad. Harmonium halberd. It's +2 strength up to 23, but saps your intelligence and wisdom by 1. The platinum inlays of this halberd hum an otherworldly harmony in the key of C, heightening the wielder's vigor but diminishing their mental faculties. The sound it makes is pining, as if far from its rightful home. Hey, look, it's the Flind. The Flind thing. Sword of Life Stealer. On a critical hit, the target takes an extra 10 necrotic damage as long as it isn't a construct or an undead. You also gain 10 temp HP. Thermodynamo Axe. Whenever you deal damage with this weapon, you gain 2 turns of heat. That's one Warhammer. Armor of Persistence. Oh shit, this is a +2 plate. All incoming damage is reduced by 2 legendary persistence. You gain resistance and blade ward. Disadvantage on stealth. Whew. I don't have anyone in my party, in my regular party, that can wear that. That's really good though. Unwanted Masterwork Scale Mail. Exotic material. Add your full dexterity modifier to your armor class. Additionally, this armor does not impose disadvantage on and then resistance to fire damage. Nothing stings the Master Blacksmith more than a cancelled commission, not even molten iron. This mail is engraved with the mark of a devilish forge master, as well as several curses stamped out in infernal, and hums with diabolic magic. I mean, it like looks cool. Boots of Persistence. Gain freedom of movement on Longstrider. Wow. Legacy of the Masters. Arming enhancements. Gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls with weapons. +1 strength save. Okay. For Master Gloves, you gain proficiency with short swords, long swords, and great swords. In addition, you gain +1 to melee attack rolls. Then a bunch of stuff that we've sold him before. Here, have that. Have that. Have that. Have that. Have that. Like, why do I have a butter fork? Oh, right, that belonged to where Illithid, maybe friend, maybe foe. Insufficient gold. These count as medium armor. Take those. So we can sell those. Armor of Persistence. He gave medium armor proficiency to Asterion, and those exotic material armors have helped him. Like this one. You got your full dex. Yeah. seeing what her AC is. 16. Says he can use this. Ooh. Ooh. Work it, girl. And holy shit, that gave him a huge jump to his AC. He looks so silly. He looks so feathery. I'm slowly starting to get money again. Surprise-based teddy bear. I'm like wondering when the fuck I got that. I think that was from the Soikis. And at the camp. And the camp. And the camp. And the teddy bears to camp. I was dropping. Take ring, dominate beast. Ah.
Shout if you need anything else.
Right, I'm on. Love you, bestie. Oh, I didn't even notice these fucking crossbows here. He's a good bean. Yeah. That in there. Okay, who do I want to give these to? Bone Spike. +1 AC, as long as you're not wearing armor. Or holding a shield. Refined bolt. Freedom of movement and long strider. Ooh, those look fancy. Start one of your bardic inspiration slots. I need to use that more. I don't use my bardic inspiration enough. I want to see what this looks like. Interesting. Okay, that's what I thought. I totally did not just check out Asterian's, but no siree. Nope.
What can I do for you?
Nice workshop you have here.
I'm shocked by my good fortune, quite honestly. Rent is fair, and the setup is just what I need to start making a living again. Without you, I'd be dead in a ditch twice over. Instead, I have my own smithy in the city. At least, until the Absolute's army mows us down.
Alright, don't be such a pessimistic.
Anything could happen in the meantime. Optimism, right?
Yeah. Gonna beat the shit out of them. Even if I have to do it all by myself.
Wouldn't be alive to hold them if it weren't for you.
Just get everybody to... Just give everybody scrolls of, spiritual guardians.
Don't touch me.
Of that. The fuck did I get so many superior potions? What? Okay. Said he's renting the place? Diabolic Forge.
Diabolic Forge.
Oh. Let's check their basement key. Forge of the Nine. Oh.
Nice, fresh ones. I don't think I've had crisp. Also, some leeks, which...
Oh, sorry. I'm just waiting for some food. Then I'll get out of your way.
This one's got a heart of gold. I don't know what we'd do without him. My tummy hurts. I'm really hungry.
Pickles. I wonder if Pickles likes pickles.
I used to be able to pay to eat at this tavern. Now look at me, begging for scraps at the back door.
It's not much, but handing out leftovers is the least I can do with the Absolute almost upon us.
Oh, what a good guy.
The
Zamboomba.
rats are dead. Your performance is adequate, servant.
Thank you.
The rats are dead.
Notice, you didn't really do anything to help with that.
I'll take that.
There's another cat.
The city is chock-a-block with bodies, thanks to these murders. I can barely keep up with all the orders.
Understandable. And we got a key to this place. Oi!
This tombstone still bears the dust from its recent engraving. Vari Vanthampur. Unwanted in life, welcomed in death.
Superior durability of hardwood. Old Valros, the deluxe hardwood coffins will preserve corpses from rats and maggots for up to 3 times longer than any competitors. Choose Valros, because the end is always near. Oop. Are there clothes in here?
This tombstone appears to be freshly carved. Friedrich Hune. His last connection with this realm severed. Beloved Reynold, father, husband, duck breeder, gone too soon.
Duck breeder.
Alexander Rainforest, meticulous in life, mellifluous in death.
I don't know what that word means. Scrapped with a lattice of shallow fractures. Suspect. Why do you have food in here? He's using the caskets for just storage. Animal carcass. Oh, fuck. Everyone?
What to do?
Notice you're not in your clothes. My bad. You look so silly now.
Alright, what now?
Always nice to be wanted.
Quick save. Before we go in there.
Tread carefully.
Something over there. Afternoon.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Can't reach this, huh? You seek the tribunal, let death be your guide for what is behind death but murder. Pick that shit up.
Keep a blade close. A crooked touch.
No one stopped me yet.
Keeping up appearances. Quick drawage. Remember, you are in the business of making Catohallow's tombstones look like a genuine retail establishment. Keep all the prices about half again too high so you don't sell very much inventory. Think of the shop as a stage set rather than an actual growing concern, the management. What I expected. I don't want to go in there yet. Not yet. Until we warn all the Moida victims.
My mum's down there. I put a candle in the box with her. She never liked the dark.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Janina. Beloved mother, gone too soon. Honored Commander Harold Logerson, killed by deceitful followers of Baal. We will not let this happen again.
Oh, it's happening again.
Here rest the remains of Ronnie Morello. Cause of death, starvation. Here lies Anna Marie, my nanny, but good as mum. The stone on this vandalized tomb now reads, "Fear the Lord of Bones, he never dies." This tombstone has been vandalized, its original wording replaced with "Vampires are real."
Always room for more.
Happy birthday. My love, you would have been 47 today. We celebrated with cake and ale. We sang your song. We imagined you were there with us and what you'd say. Living without you doesn't hurt any less, but the pain's becoming less harrowing. I adore you.
Here rests Alistair Manley, taken too soon. Grint Thorg, fighter, lost in Durlag's tower. We couldn't recover your bodies, so we buried your 10-foot pole. This tombstone shows only the graven initials MT. C. Baldur, taken by Umberlee's rage, recovered by her grace. Mighty Branwen, the foe hammer grants you honor in death. Here lies Bargus Freely. He should have looked before he leapt.
Any luck with the carpenter?
I fear not, my child. Your daughter's casket will have to wait.
Fight.
This headstone has been vandalized, altered to read "Rotting Place of Gothric Rillin."
Of course, Mortark. My hands on everything.
One more hapless farmer boy, name unknown. Bibik, favoured of Ogma, your songs live on in the streets and in our hearts.
Death's blessings upon you. I am Mortark's sire, devotee of Kelemvor. I pray you find comfort among the dead, as I do. To rid ourselves of the coils of flesh is a beautiful thing.
I see.
You're not allowed to play here. It's not respectful.
We must play here. This is where they like to hide.
But it's not allowed. Why are you being stupid?
Is this part of the game?
You're going to be in so much trouble. He won't listen to me. I told him it's naughty to play in graveyards.
Gwyn Highberry, stillborn but not forgotten.
Oof.
R. Sandrill, gone but ne'er forgotten. This headstone is anonymous, reading only, "As I am now, so you shall be." Here lies Flying Martha, who couldn't.
Uh-oh.
Beloved little Tan, never forgotten. Kelemvor guide your soul.
Come out, sister. I will find you.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Sister always hides from me. She likes to play.
You know where she's hiding. You're a bit old for hide and seek, aren't you?
Sister is older than me. She always likes to play. She hides in the ground, but I will find her.
Have you no one else? No other family?
Mother and father hide in the ground with her. I hope I find them soon. I like this game, but it is less fun to play it alone.
Oh.
Final resting place of Dolcan Elendara, ever close to your beloved Elf Song Tavern.
It always lets me spot that these guys are zombies, but it didn't give you a roll. I mean, it's kind of obvious that they're zombies.
Here lies Duncan, last of the Gory clan, who died without issue.
Hey.
Here lies Ogre Bob, his arm anyway, it's all that would fit. He will be missed at Whitburn Quarry. Antonio Bongle, proud father of Walburn, remembered by the sun.
Walburn? Arnie?
Here lie Pluck and Carlac Cliffgate. My parents. Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. Sorry I haven't visited. I've been, away. But I'm back now, and I brought friends. I miss you so much. But I'm happy, and getting up to some really important shit. Maybe you can see for yourselves. I don't know. You're with me here. Anyway. Taters.
Taters? May I ask how they died?
I was a teenager when Mum passed. Bad fever. A good healer could have saved her, but she slipped away before we found one who'd take our gold.
Oof.
Dad went a few years later. He was on an errand for work, traveling the Risen Road. His cart overturned and caught him just so. I was on my own after that. Fell in with Gortash not long after. If my folks had been alive, they would have sniffed him out straight away. But they weren't. Mum used to say there was no such thing as death, that there was only change. Dad thought that was a load of woo, that gone meant gone unless you'd struck a deal with one of the gods. Said he had better things to do in life than beg favors off immortals. I'm not sure what I believe.
Ultimate mystery. There are many possibilities, but we'll never know until we get there. Mom was right. Our bodies become soil, water, air. We don't die, we just change. Your dad, death is the end of life. It's harsh, but true. There is no need to wonder. Our souls travel to the city of judgment and are then taken by the gods. The ultimate mystery.
Something to look forward to. Bit morbid, but true all the same.
Here lies Pluck Cliffgate, beloved husband and father.
Interesting that the lady of yoink.
This stone on this vandalized tomb reads, "Cry a rain of tears, so flowers may bloom over Iris."
Oh. I wasn't expecting a map transfer. Yeah, boy. Crumbly wall. Some candles. Patrons of our hero. This compendium lists and pays special tribute to the citizens of Baldur's Gate who commissioned and painted for the mausoleum spot honoring Gorion. Gorion was a hero and sage of exceptional mind and respectable manner, and under a graying exterior he harbored a heart that bloomed kind and good and evergreen. A plea to the gods. My bones ache, wounds long scarred, throb as if new. I long for the comfort of my pipe and the warmth of the fire. But I cannot stop. Gods, old and new, hear me. Grant me the strength to keep fighting, the courage to carve out a future for my children, and when I die, the peace that comes with knowing that I did all I could. Light your candles. A plea for freedom. City deserves better than Enver Gortash and his army of steel puppets. Let the city win, not him.
What's that?
Hymns for the god. A book of prayers to Kelemvor, judge of the dead. Someone has annotated it with the following. These are a little saccharine in places, but one or two have genuine merit as something more than religious doggerel, something that actually evokes the complicated feelings of loss and hope for the departed, their well-being, their eternal preservation in some paradise. They say that lighting a candle at the Mausoleum of Gorion grants the writer a wish. I never was the superstitious sort, but desperation makes believers of us all. Here is my wish. Please let me survive. I do not wish to be killed by cultists of any kind. I do not wish to be disappeared in the night or to be crushed beneath the steel shoe of an automaton. Everything seems so strange. Suddenly, everyone seems so desperate. I'm alone in this world. If I don't look after myself, no one will. Maybe you would be willing to help me.
Here lies Lord Gregorian Gorion, first High Constable of Baldur's Gate, the city's protector.
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Indeed. But what about Scratch? Can't have Scratch going.
Looking ahead. Have to keep going.
Alright, Gorion. Gonna desecrate your mausoleum a little bit.
Hey, good looking.
Or maybe not. Jesus.
The hammer's gonna fall.
Is it? Immune to slashing damage. Yet it's still taking damage from the acid product. Fuck you, game.
Never mind.
Ooh. Stairs.
On my way.
Hello. Hewn mausoleum. Oh, are these all like...
Step carefully.
Ooh.
There's a trap.
Scratch. 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 Okay. You just tripped it, Scratch. God damn it, Scratch. Guys, get the fuck out of there. I love how that, in sniffing out the traps, Scratch managed to just...
How delicious.
Activate it.
Ready and waiting. Well, Certainly waiting.
Classic NPC behavior.
Well, hello.
Oh. Disarm that.
What's that?
A pressure plate. Mausoleum iron key.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Go.
No time to rest. Can't slow down.
The approachable east. Actually, that was volume 6. I don't think I've read that. I must say, for a place with so many orcs and goblins, Task is a remarkably pleasant land. A true melting pot where all are accepted, and quite a lot seems to be permitted. Alas, the crew I sailed here with were imprisoned by the harbor master, but I was soon on the road known as the Golden Way, and it lives up to its name. A wealth of a continent marches along this road. Furs from Neverwinter and iron from Nashkel flow in one direction, while silks and jewels flow the other. I have heard so many stories of the world. The Golden Way passes through Rashemen, through the wastes of the Hordlands, and on to the continent of Karatur, a land of empires, dragons, and beasts I've never dreamt of. I am so close to Rashemen, but what was once my dream now sounds so mundane. Last night I made camp and was joined by a charming fellow. I told him my dream of seeing Rashemen, and he laughed. Claims that Rashemen is nothing compared to Thay, and invited me to visit the court of the Zolkirs. It seemed rude to turn down such an illustrious invitation, so I will see what this Thay has to offer. Then Rashemen, and beyond. Jake's Encyclopedia of Eels. I think I've read this one before. Approachable East, Volume 2. Pages are stained with dust and mud, but between screeds about hygiene while traveling on the road, your eyes settle on this section. There were those that warned me against straying from the river, but I was out searching for an adventure, and where better than the fields of the dead? Living in Baldur's Gate, one hears much about this grand grassy plain, but one never visits. And for a place with such a desolate name, it is positively teeming with life. Well, perhaps not teeming, but there are honest farmers to be found there, and a large number of ravens. Alas, I had no time to venture near the huge hills, or barrows as the locals call them. But I am told that ancient artifacts are all but bursting out of the ground. A fine spot for a little relic hunting. This wall looks fake.
No traps, please.
Fringe Philosophy, Volume 5. Loveshire Notes claims this volume promotes magical theory too radical for the mainstream. This excerpt is attributed to High Artificer Thara Bryn of Baldur's Gate. I suppose they seek to silence me, believing that an artificer of the High House would not stoop to publish in any volume outside of the great Gondian journals they so diligently guard. But they forget I am not so grand. Before I lent my name and my knowledge to the High House of Wonders, and all the marvels therein, I was not but a lazy farm girl who liked to look up. It is fake, but there's a puzzle to solve it. And that was how I first saw them, the slow and serene earth motes, entire mountains migrating through the sky above. It was later I learned of their origins, of the ancient Netherese empire that fashioned them, of the residual magic so potent it sustained them still. The wizards of Neveril carved marvels out of the mundane, lifted the earth aloft for industry, for sport. It was later still, after I earned my place at the High House, that I learned of the long shadow Netheril cast along the evolution of our craft, that their great flying cities fell in folly and flames does not diminish the wonders they wrought, and this stubborn aversion to studying them, to learning what they learned, is the very antithesis of Gon's teachings. Yes, many of the catastrophes inflicted upon the centuries were fruit born of meddling with Netherese seed. Yes, their last shining bastion fell into shadow, their lore twisted to Shar's dark and destructive designs. And yes, I say again, whether the High House will sanction it or no, to study the very flame of creation is worth it, even should the fires consume us. Didn't the Netherese have, like, greater than level 9 stuff? Not what I wanted.
Never a dull moment.
The legacy of Hune. Kneel with the weight of all you value at his feet, and he will reveal himself. Kneel with the weight of all you value at his feet, and he will reveal himself. Also, big. Kneel with the weight of all you value at his feet, and he will reveal himself. Does it mean I need to be over encumbered?
Don't burn yourself.
Let's move.
How do I?
Don't want to draw any attention. Don't waste a step. Moving ahead. No one back home will ever believe this. Better be cautious. With haste.
guess.
Should mind my step. Anything of use?
What was that noise? You want the answer? Nah. Huh. Just another mausoleum.
I am not leaving until Lily has a goddamned coffin. I'm sorry, but our baby girl... Our baby...
Oh no, love. I know. If you're here for a burial, good luck. The carpenter around back claims there's a backlog. We asked for a child-sized coffin, but I said it'll take a month.
Child? I'm so sorry.
7 years of age. And murdered. What kind of monster hurts a little girl?
Shush, love. We're going to get Lily a coffin, all right? Give her the burial she deserves.
Oh.
Lower City Mortuary, established 1486 DR. Funeral rites, coffins, embalming.
I'm sorry for your loss, but it will be a 10-day before I can take your departed. Maybe more. If you notice any odours before then, treat the body with jasmine, honeysuckle, whatever you can get.
Looking for a grave, name of M. Kerwin?
Kerwin? Oh, yeah. He's just outside, under the great willow with the drooping branches. It's good of you to come. He hasn't had any visitors in a long time.
I want to pay my respects.
It's important to remember those who have gone before us. I wish there were more like you.
I have no idea if I just thieves canted at this woman. For what it's worth, the puzzle is not reasonable, so don't feel bad about not working it out. Alright, sure. Like, go ahead and give the answer then. It's like super stupid. A journal. Diary written in a beautiful archaic script. Drawings of flowers detail every page. Ooh, fancy. Today was difficult, but then again, what day hasn't been lately? It was a child this time. She was young, beautiful, her face peaceful despite the brutality of her death. Her parents had only coppers, but I waived my fee. I know I shouldn't. My savings are perilously low these days. Considering how she must have suffered, it was the least I could do for her family. I asked her parents if she had any favorite scents. They told me she loved the sea. A water baby, they called her. Prepared the body with weave moss. Styling her hair with Cutler's oil. They cried when they saw her, hugging me, thanking me. I've never felt a deep connection to the gods. That is the Mortarch's purview, not mine, but moments like today give me purpose. As a gravekeeper, I provide comfort in grief, beauty in death, peace in sorrow. I only wish I did not have to do it so often. You remember Baldur? edition 76. Duke Ravengard on official mission to El Terrell Inferno, city drawn into Avernus. Scandal strikes Van Thamper family. Isn't that, Volo's family? You were close in that you tried to kneel via hide, but what it doesn't make clear in the slightest is that you have to get all 4 members to kneel together at the 4 corners of that pressure plate. Oh. Gang war rumored between arms smugglers. Admission rules tighten for Upper City. Where did the fog go? Banished by Umberly. Okay.
I understand. I will do what I can.
It's the pressure plate. Like this one? Or this one?
Just out of view.
Tomb of Horrors style bullshit thing.
What's the story?
One at the base of the casket thing. Like this one. Oh. Only needed 2 characters, apparently.
Want to think about why my eye is itching. Best be on my way.
Hello. On the inevitability of mortal decay and its benefits. This is some necromancer shit. A lengthy essay on the inevitability of moral decay. Oh, I've already seen this one. Okay, maybe just 2. Swear it took me all 4. Might literally be a weight thing, I guess. I think so. Full of charm, poison. Secret Society of the Sword Coast exposed. I've already seen that.
I'd love to, thanks.
Arlak, take all this over. I say, immediately taking the bronze.
Can't give up now. Another step forward.
Oh, one of the wings came off. Journal? This old diary contains thousands of short entries describing the writer's doings in short, factual sentences. One entry catches your eye. Stretch. It was introduced to me as the Emperor. Surprising, but this information was good. Its ideas brilliant. I'll not turn up my nose. A boon to the knights, I think. Beholder Iris. Okay. Very nice. I think it also helped that my character is currently in Colossus mode. Alright, neat. Going about doing a little bit of grave robbing.
Prisoner 3046, commended to Jurgel's ledger. Beloved Agnes Schweitz. Her smile shined like 1,000 suns.
Oh.
My Agnes shall be dancing in the market. Flowers in her hair. Not here. Not like this. I hope the Grand Duke strings up whoever did this to her.
Oh, he ain't gonna do shit.
Flandro Tarask Biter Grassley. The hunter hunted, the biter bit. Here lies Arthur Bilfold, dedicated patron of unconventional arts. Here rots an executed traitor to the city. Do not repeat his mistakes.
Black.
A statue of Jurgel, lord of the end of everything. The final scribe of the fate of the deceased.
The House on Drench Lane and Other Stories. A collection of short stories from the Sisters Macabre. One story, The House on Drench Lane, is about a woman who dreams about her neighbor standing naked outside whenever it rains. They're vivid dreams, and one drizzly night she looks out and sees not her neighbor, but her entire community. They're naked, hair plastered down by the rain, their eyes like the eyes of stuffed animals, and they're staring at her, calling her out into the rain. She goes, horrified and hypnotized all at once. They strip her, and shivering, she's given to her neighbor, who smiles a huge waxy smile at her. She wakes up, all seems normal. 10 days later, she discovers she's pregnant. The story ends with the woman gripped by terror and paranoia. All attempts to abort the baby fail. She's so scared, so scared. Some young reader has written under the story's end, Annie. Hope this gave you the creeps as much as it gave me the giggles.
This tombstone has been vandalized and now reads, "Your money don't matter when you're dead, prig." L. Brenton, beloved Josie Ann Fountainhead, outstanding manip of the fists. Here lies anonymous. Whoever you were, we buried you with care. Here lies Gayera Snake Mother Denise, matriarch to a brood of venomous daughters.
Maud.
Would Sarah like some flowers? They do a wonder at brightening up a grave. I bring fresh ones to my husband's every few days.
Sorry for your loss.
I'm not. My husband was an arse. But he gave me 3 beautiful kids. So the old goat gets flowers. I get them up by Bloombridge. A druid lives that way, so you know they're extra fresh.
Like to see your flowers.
Of course.
Black oleander.
Come back anytime. You won't find fresher. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can.
Andreas Lothar, beloved of Ciro Lali. May we keep your hearth warm.
Let me look at that one.
Didn't know her name, we just called her Grimishka. Fidia Pengist, a noble lance board player to the last.
So flowers, that's cool. Please buy these dozen rotten magazines.
Eldoth Kron, raise a glass to the poor bastard. J. Orchard, artificer of Gond, crafter of odd sockets. Adventurers Alexa and Orion Goodbeard, intrepid explorers of the Plane of Shadows. This tomb has been defaced with crude marks pointing downward. Aradin the Elder, open the bloody gates.
See, let me see. Oh.
I've got a long road ahead.
Use bottom jaw and body.
One day I'll catch a break.
This stone on this vandalized tomb reads, "Cry a rain of tears, so flowers may bloom over Iris."
Okay. Oh, I just noticed time. Gonna make a hard chef here. And then we're gonna end it here for tonight. I'll be honest. I forgot what grave that lady said. That M. Rashkavadibba was. Just that it was under the willow tree. Guessing it's one of the things you have to dig up. But we're gonna end it here for today because it's a little bit past 7 and it's Thursday. So